guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are doing a Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are back. I know it's been 3 weeks. I'm sorry, but we're back today with a story time. So without further ado, because I know y'all don't want to wait, grab your snacks though first. I'll wait. Alright, anyway, let's get right into this video. But first, before we get into the video, I want to give you guys a quick little update. I took a break from social media. I was supposed to post this video last week, but I just needed to mentally separate myself from social media for a week. So I took a week off from social media, and I feel so fresh, rejuvenated. And if you don't follow me on all my socials, you should do that, because I post tips of the day every day, or try to every day. So make sure y'all follow me on my TikTok and my Instagram, that is always at the end of this video. So let's get right into this story time. All right, I know y'all voted on the IG story that you wanted the clingy best friend story time, and I also had like my fake nudes leak story time, but I decided not to do those stories just because there's just so much drama behind them, and I really just don't want to relive that. Like, I'm about to be 22, and I just don't want these people coming back into my life in any way whatsoever, because I know people will send the video to them, so we just gonna nix that. So we're gonna do another story time instead, and hopefully y'all like it. Okay, this story time is gonna be about the time that I snuck boys into the house. Mom, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry you don't know this story, but you will know today. So back in middle school, I used to hang out with the same group of girls. Shout out to them, because y'all was really, we had so many good times. I really miss y'all. But yeah, so it was like me. I'm gonna give these people names because anyway. So I was having a sleepover with some of my girls. So it was me. I'm gonna call one of the girls Blush. I'm gonna call the other girl, I don't freaking know. It's too many people to name. Dang. But anyway, I was with my friends, okay? So it was me and a group of my friends. There was like, there was 5 girls there plus me, so 6 total, right? So we're in my room chilling, having a good time. And at this point, like, there was like guys I was like talking to, but I was like really just cool with them, and they were like, oh, like, you're having a sleepover, like, let it slide. I'm like, no, like, I can't do that, like, my mom's gonna be tripping, I can't do that. So we were texting them the whole night. Anyway, so we're gonna call the 2 guys Herbal and Essence. So during like the night time, like, it was like maybe like 8-9 o'clock, the guys were outside. Like, my mom was cool with us, like, hanging out with them outside. But they was still like, oh, like, you should let us come in. Like, we're trying to chill with y'all inside. Da, da, da. I was like, I can't do that. Like, my mom, you know, like, my mom's not going to be cool with that. Especially because, like, I got the girls here. So one of the girls was like, hey, like, let's let Herbal and Essence, like, come in, like, later tonight. Like, when your mom's asleep. I was like, bro, I don't want to get in trouble. Like, at this point, I never did anything. I was the good child. I never really did anything. I would say this is the sneakiest thing that I've ever done, okay? So, fast forward, at this point it's like probably 2 o'clock in the morning. We was hanging out with them from like 8 o'clock to like 10 outside, and then they had left, but they really just went to Herbal's house. And then 2 o'clock in the morning rolls around. I knew my mom was asleep at this point, because my mom always goes to bed early, but we're trying to figure out like how we're gonna get them in the house. So the guys come back to my house, they're outside. So they're texting us. We're trying to figure out a way to get them in the house. I'm like, I don't know how we're going to get them in the house. Like, my doors are too squeaky. I don't know how we're going to get them in the house. And they were like, oh, like, you know, we'll figure something out. We can just let them in the front door. I was like, the front door is the loudest door in the house. Like, we can't do that. But I was like, you know what, whatever. Like, let's just go for it. So we go downstairs. It's me and the one girl. The other girl, me and one of the girls, and all the other 4 girls are upstairs. So I'm like texting them. I'm like, and then I see them, because yeah, Herbal Essence, like, I saw them, and I was like, I'm whispering like, hey, come on, let's go in the house, like, be quick with it. So we open the door, and I try to be as slow as possible, but it was just so squeaky. So I was like, quick. We open the door and then close the door, and then we had them sneak upstairs. Surprisingly, my mom didn't hear it, like, at all. She didn't hear nothing. So one of the girls like had an attitude because she didn't want them to be there. Like she wasn't really cool with them like that. So she went to sleep. So the lights are off in the room. Like you can't see anything. So one of the guys is trying to flash his light in the room so he's not stepping on any of the girls, because some of the girls had to sleep on the floor because not all of us were going to fit on the bed. So 2 girls were on the floor, but only the 1 girl was asleep, like I said. So Herbal in essence is walking to the room like trying to maneuver, but the 1 girl's like literally like right by the door. So Herbal sees her and walks past her, but Essence did not see her. And when I tell you, this man like trips on her and like kicks her in the face, but Shorty did not wake up. Like she was knocked out. Like she did not wake up. I don't know how she didn't feel him kick her in the face. So she got kicked in the face, and then they come over and like they're chilling with us. We're being mad quiet because like I don't want my mom to hear anything, like all that. So I'm like, you know, like we're just chilling with them, talking to them or whatever. A couple hours like go by. I think they were there for like maybe 2 hours, but then I hear a noise. I'm like, bro, we gotta figure out how we're gonna get them out the house. Like they can't be here when my mom wakes up, because my mom's gonna come up in here and she's gonna, because my mom always like, anybody who ever came to a sleepover at my house knows my mom always makes us breakfast in the morning. So we're trying to figure out how we're gonna get them out the house, because I know for a fact at this point, like my stepdad usually like gets up early in the morning, because like I told you, they came out like 2. If they were there for like 2-3 hours, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. At this point, maybe, yeah, it was like maybe 5 o'clock in the morning, because my stepdad's usually up at this time, and my mom. So I'm like, all right, we gotta get them out the house without my mom here. No, pause. It wasn't like, it was 4 o'clock in the morning because my parents weren't up yet, and I'm like, oh, they're gonna get up soon. Like they get up for work in like 2 hours or whatever. But I don't remember, because I can't, it's been a while. My memory is all messed up. All I know is I'm like, oh, we got to get them out the house before my parents get up, okay? So we're like, all right, y'all can't get out the front door. Y'all got to jump out the window. And they were like, the window? Like, I'm on the 2nd floor. So it's not like a little jump. Like, it's kind of far. So we take the screen off the window, which was the most difficult part, because the screen, like, the way it is, it's like you have to really be from the outside to like put it back on, but we can take it off from the inside. So I had to take the screen off, and I pulled it in through the window and put it in my room so that they could get out. So after like 10-15 minutes of us going back and forth with them arguing about, you know, them jumping out the window, they decided like, all right, fine, like we'll jump out the window. Because I was like, yeah, y'all gotta go, because I swear, like I heard something downstairs, and I was like, yeah, no, y'all gotta go, like y'all gotta go like now. So they jump out of the window, and we close the window again, and all we hear is one of them like kind of like scream a little bit, but not really, like, because I was like, oh shit, like he fell. So he had fell, and I heard a noise, but I don't know who it was, but I know somebody was up in the house. So they leave, and I'm like, but we have to put the thing back on the window, the screen back on the window. Like, how are we gonna put the screen back on? Like, somebody has to be outside to put the screen back on. And we're like freaking out, like, what are we gonna do with it? What are we gonna do with it? So I had to hide the screen in my closet. So I hid the screen in the closet, and I locked the window and closed the shade and like closed the curtains, because that window I usually don't really use. So I was like, all right, cool, like maybe I'm gonna get away with this. So the screen's in my closet, and my mom wakes us up in the morning, cook breakfast, and I'm like, bro, I really got away with it. Like, she didn't know that they were here, like nothing. And then we look over, and the one girl that got kicked in the face by Essence has like a little like bruising around her eye where he had kicked her. Like, it wasn't crazy, but it was like a little bruising. So my mom was like, oh, what happened to your eye? And everybody else knew what happened, but she didn't know what happened. She's like, I don't know, like maybe I hit myself in my sleep. I'm like, well, at least, you know, we don't gotta say nothing. So we all just kept our mouths shut about that. But we told her later, like after the fact, like after they had left, that she got kicked in the face. So fast forward to a couple months later, after that, like the whole sleepover and everything, my mom was in my room, and like we were reorganizing and stuff like that, and she's like, hey, why is your screen from your window in your closet? And I was like, oh snap, like I I gotta come up with some excuse. So I was like, oh, you remember, like, because it had like rained or whatever, like really bad, like a week or so before we had decided to rearrange my room. I was like, oh, you remember when like it was like a bad storm the other day? And she was like, oh yeah. I was like, yeah. So I guess the screen was like lifted in the corner and it just flew off. So I saw it outside when I was walking home from school. So I just put it in the closet because I figured like I didn't really need it. I don't use the window anyway. She's like, oh, okay, we'll put it back on when your brother goes to clean the gutters. I was like, okay. So, yeah, I got away with it. To this day, my mom did not know this story. Like, she really did not know that this happened. But I'm telling y'all, I'm still baffled that I got away with it. But yeah. I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. And I'm still so shocked I got away with it, like, because I never do anything bad. I never did anything bad. I was a good child. I promise y'all. I was a good child. But anyway, remember to follow me on all my socials. Instagram at Alana.Nichelle, Twitter at Alana_Nichelle, TikTok at Alana.Nichelle_, and Snapchat at ForbiddenXX. Remember, much love and positive energy, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!